If anybody out there can hear me, let me know. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Testing, testing. Comment in the chat. I'm trying to navigate through this new platform. Welcome to the Out of Bounds Sports Podcast. So today I'm just going to try to navigate through this new platform. It's called Haps. I'm trying it out. I'm currently watching the Lakers and the Heat finals rematch. Lakers have been kind of struggling here in this game. If you can hear me out there, comment in the chat. I'm trying to make sure this is working. Let's see if we got Big Baby coming in yet. So currently, right now, we're in the second quarter. It's 53 to 44. Lakers are down. Um, I think right now we're starting to see the effects of AD not being present. Definitely lacking the depth in the front court. LeBron, Kyle Kuzma are leading the Lakers right now currently. LeBron has 15 points. Kyle Kuzma has 14 points. Definitely are lacking depth in the front court, like I stated before. I like to see the Lakers get a little bit more shooting. Um, you know, KCP is not really giving us a lot in terms of shooting the basketball. I did read that Houston did release DeMarcus Cousins. That could be a potential move that we could make. Looks like we got Big Baby. Big Baby, can you
What's,
hear me?
can you hear me, man?
I can hear you.
What's going on, man?
What's going on? What's going on? Talk about these Lakers, man. What you think?
Man, we look like on the rhythm, man. Houston, not Houston, Miami's playing like they can't miss tonight. I get it. It's the rematch. We beat them in the finals, so they probably have that hunger, desire to try to beat us. But the effects of AD, I heard you before I came on. He's a big old focal point for us. The big focal point. Along with Dennis Schroeder, he ain't playing. So I need to do health and safety protocol, and he tested negative.
Yeah, we're definitely missing the effects of.
You know, what's up, Vince? Yeah,
Yeah, we're definitely missing the effects
yeah,
of AD right now. We definitely gonna. He's a big focal point of the offense, man. Like offensively and defensively, and right now we're thin in the middle. We I did see that DeMarcus Cousins could potentially be available to kind of shore up some of that front court. He definitely will be a big factor. Um, bigger than what we have right now because we're not getting anything from our bigs at all.
yeah, most definitely. And Wojnarowski said Lakers are interested in PJ Tucker. What do you think about
PJ
that?
Tucker. I
Yeah,
mean, small. I mean, that's the only thing that I'm thinking about. We need size. Once we got rid of JaVale and Dwight Howard, we gave up a lot of size, and I was really excited about the Marc Gasol move, but it's not really panning out like I thought it was going to pan out. I thought that we was going to get the Marc Gasol that won the championship with the Raptors a few years back, but I mean he's really slow. He's still an amazing passer out of the post. Well, I want them to make at least another roster tweak, before the deadline, at least to shore up that front court.
yeah, 100%, man. I feel like we need to go ahead and use that final roster spot to go get Boogie. Boogie's been playing well this year. He had games where he had like 18 points, 12 rebounds. He can still hit that mid range. He can play defense. I don't care what anybody says. Cousins can get the ball, those loose balls, putbacks, like bully ball. That's what we need. Marcus Gasol, he's getting pushed around now. He's getting pushed around like always. Everybody bash Marc Gasol on my channel on my Big Baby Sports. I'm not. I'm just keeping it real. Marc Gasol does not fit with this Laker team. He doesn't. But we have him for his IQ, his passing ability, setting those big men screens, get more open. But still, it's not working. If we would have had the Marc Gasol of Toronto or Memphis, it'd be easy. It'd be nothing to discuss about. But Marc Gasol, I feel like this doesn't fit with this Laker team. He doesn't at all. So I feel like even though he has a no trade clause, Corey, I feel like Rob Pelinka and the front office should convince Marc Gasol to bounce. Try to go somewhere else. It's not working.
I feel about the other, you got Andre Drummond that's out there. You also have heard Blake Griffin. He's out there. What are you hearing about those moves, like those potential moves, or what are you thinking about as far as like one of those guys
Drummond,
coming available soon?
Drummond would be cool too, But if it's for trade, we would probably if Lakers said, "Oh, we're interested in Andre Drummond," I already know they're probably gonna ask for is probably THT. I know he has a $27 million contract, and like over the cap, I think. Yeah, they are. So it's probably gonna not be realistically trade for Andre Drummond. But if he gets bought out, I heard the Lakers, Brooklyn, and the Bucks, Milwaukee Bucks, are interested in Drummond. But coming up, the Lakers, man, that would work wonders. We need that um, presence in the paint, like deflecting shots. Like you don't have to, yeah, deflecting shots. That goes a long way too. Just deflecting shots, just altering shots is a good thing too. And also too, I would love to have everybody's talking about Blake Griffin. I would take him only if Andre Drummond's not available and we can't get DeMarcus Cousins. That's the only way I would get Blake Griffin and Mo Bamba from Orlando. I would get Mo Bamba. He can run the floor, set good screens. He's very talented. He's a very talented big man. And for whatever reason, Lakers like to take chances on very talented big men. And Frank Vogel, pre defense and all that good stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if we got Mo Bamba and he had like a Roy Hibbert effect, in my personal opinion. But we'll see what happens.
Mo Bamba, I do like him. I think that'd be great as far as like just to have that defensive presence. He's a good shot blocker. We know that he's great at shot blocking, but as far as like scoring the basketball, I don't think we probably need a scoring big man. We need somebody that's just going to redirect some shots, grab some rebounds, and provide that length in the middle that we desperately need right now. You can just tell LeBron is doing a whole lot of heavy lifting. He hasn't missed a game yet this season. Um, I'm not sure why, in year 18, he's playing so much. So how do you feel about that? How do you feel about LeBron playing as many minutes as he playing? How many games? He's not even taken a game off yet.
I'm starting to get worried. No, his body's in shape. I get his body's in shape. He's year 16, or is it year 17 or 16? It's so man, I've forgotten. It's like a while. But anyway, just in general, I feel like take the night off. Sit out here at this point. I feel like motivated to number one spot. In my opinion. What I mean? At this point, 2 seed, 3 seed, 4 seed, 5 seed, those running. We have a LeBron or 4 seed, third seed. Yeah. But I feel like off LeBron should, no, yeah, LeBron should tell the coach for the best. Because body, one of the best players. Body, like you don't saw any kinds of fatigue. Keep playing. If it start to see it, then take it out. You know what I mean? 'Cause that's what the Lakers did in 2012 with Kobe. He played hella minutes. With when we had Dwight, Steve Nash, all those talented players that we had, lead league minutes. Back, I was got ready enough. So, I don't want that to happen again. Wrong.
Right. So in terms of this game that they're playing right now, check the score real quick. They're
Yeah.
looking at they're looking got kind of put a little closer. It's 59 to 52 right now. So what are the keys to this game for them to close this out? I mean, should they even be struggling with this team right now?
Can you hear me, Corey?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, Chris said it's lagging. Oh yeah, I can hear you, Corey. What's going on? Yeah. Second half of the game. Second half is keys. Just LeBron needs to take over. He needs to take over. Nobody besides Jimmy Butler can guard LeBron, but I feel like we're gonna turn up in the second half and got to beat this team because we just need to play better. And maybe it's time to like make a trade. And I feel like because Lakers are inquiring about, like we said earlier, PJ Tucker, another name is Mo Bamba. So if we're starting to inquire about these players on back end of the benches, then we're getting ready to make a move. And I expect, to be honest, if we trade for somebody, I expect THC to be in the deal. We can't get these players without giving up value. We can't just get PJ Tucker for Devontae Kaycock. He like let's hypothetically say, "What up, Houston? You want to register PJ Tucker?" They're gonna look at our bench. Give me THT. You know what I mean? We can't just get PJ Tucker for free unless he gets bought out. That's how I look at it. And a lot of Lakers fans, oh, well, I'm not giving that THC for this player. Well, you're gonna have to. You're gonna have to take that risk. It's like if PJ Tucker can help us defensively and 3 pointers, do it. But if you think it's not gonna do it, then don't do the trade. In my personal opinion.
So, are you able to see my screen?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. So I'm looking at the scores right now. Right now, LeBron Lakers scores right now with 15 points. You got Kyle Kuzma right behind him at 14.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at this depth chart, who needs to step up for this team? And who's gonna be that third player to be able to step up? When 80 is out. I mean, Kyle Kuzma is looking like he's can be that guy, but can we count on him consistently to be able to assume that role?
Yeah. We'll see. And you're right, Corey. I waved the white flag on KCP experiment. I waved it. You're right. You're right about KCP, man. Um,
I, I think he's gotten worse this year.
yeah, yeah, but 34 points in the paint for the Miami Heat. Unacceptable. Points 59 versus Lakers first half points in the paint. Unacceptable. 34 points in the paint. That's unacceptable. Lakers got to do better defense. And I feel like we keep saying, man, time and time again, man, we need to get on the phone, just pull on trigger on the trade. For a big man. But if Lakers Nation, Lakers might, because they have a roster spot, they might as well call DeMarcus Cousins' agent and say, come back on to LA because that ring he has, he's going to get it, but it's not going to mean something to him as far as like, dang, I competed for this. Maybe he can be like, oh, I can get another one. I can be more motivated. Let's run it, man. Get 2 rings. One he earned and one he got because he was injured. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. If we got DeMarcus Cousins, I feel like he would work well for us. Because DeMarcus Cousins, there's times where he dominated the post, get put back, rebounds. That's what we need. We need a big man that can get rebounds, be physical. Marcus Gasol's not physical. He's soft like Charmin. I hate to say it, but he gets bullied in the post. And a lot of Laker fans saying he stopped picking on Marcus Gasol. Well, I'm not gonna pick. I'm not gonna stop picking on him until he proves me wrong. Until he starts being a man's amongst boys in the paint, man. I'm tired of seeing this soft stuff, man. I'm tired of it.
He's not really been that type of player though. That nasty paint player that you're looking to be. I mean, even when he was with Toronto, he wasn't that defensive enforcer that we want him to be. I think that they're going to have to make a roster tweak because we're definitely lacking that intensity in the paint. No, we gotten rid of all of our size when Dwight went to Philadelphia, and then we have JaVale. We traded for. Well, I think we released him to sign Mark Gasol, and I was really excited about that pick, but it's just not panning out the way we wanted to pan out right now.
So yeah, the Lakers would have went to go get Ibaka. You know, try to go get. That was before we got Hair, but I wish we would try to go get Batum too. I know they're not big men, but we need better perimeter defenders because our defense is not as good as it was last year. I know we're number one. I think we're still number one in defense rating, but sometimes it looks like we're the worst team defensively in the league. I'm not being biased. I'm just keeping it real. Sometimes Lakers defense falls asleep. It looks like we're one of the worst defense teams in the league at times. It's like layup after layup after layup, putbacks. Sometimes, man, you need to put somebody on their butt behind. Take a hard foul. Show this Laker team, or take a hard foul if you're on Lakers. Take a hard foul. Not like crazy where you get ejected or thrown out or suspended, but just make a hard foul. You know, go for the ball at times. Sometimes like defense is not good. Like it's soft sometimes. In my personal opinion, man, I'm getting frustrated about talking about it, man.
Can the Lakers realistically have a repeat the title after what you're seeing currently with this team? What are their chances right now? I think we lost Big Baby. So if you're just now tuning in, I just had Big Baby on, and we're breaking down the Lakers and the Heat game. As you know, this is the finals rematch. Currently at halftime, it's 59-52. Um, Lakers are, trying to claw their way back into this game. They've been down for a good majority of the game. Right now, I'm on my screen of some of the stats at halftime. I look to probably come back before the end of the game. But field goal percentage wise, um, that's the big discrepancy right now in terms of what the Lakers are struggling with. They're just not knocking down shots. If you look at the 3-point percentage that's below that, this is what reared his ugly head out during the Nets game. It wasn't the fact that the Nets were playing defense. It was just the fact that we just wasn't knocking down shots. If we're going to make a push, I look for them to make a roster tweak pretty soon because currently, right now, as it sits with this roster, it's very concerning. The way that things are going down right now, currently, before the break. So right now, it looks like the turnovers are still, kind of balanced out. But if you look down at the points in the paint, this is another discrepancy where we're lacking at. Miami has 34 points that's in the paint. We're not stopping anything. And if you look at the Lakers on the other side, we're not getting anything in the paint. So not only we're not stopping anything in the paint, we're not getting in the paint and we're not knocking down shots. This is a recipe for disaster. So hopefully we're able to manage to close this game out. We're definitely going to miss AD for the 4 weeks that he's going to be out. But if Lakers, if you're listening, if you can hear me, if anybody from that organization that can hear me right now, go get DeMarcus Cousins. Go find a big man that can hit this front court. If we do not address this issue and we get into the postseason, we're gonna get knocked out pretty soon. Um, I thank everyone for tuning in. This is my first live broadcast using Haps. Um, if you enjoyed the live broadcast, please subscribe. I think that information is going to be on my profile using utilizing the Haps platform. It's going to be in the top left. I like to push out more of this content and do more of these live broadcasts. I was previously using StreamYard for this, and I'm still trying to navigate through Haps. That's why I had the lag in the beginning of the video, but now I'm starting to get the hang of it a little bit more. Starting to play around with some of the interface a little bit. But yeah, want to push out some more of this content, and I appreciate everyone supporting. I'm Corey from the Out of Bounds Sports Podcast. I'd love to hear more feedback on what y'all thought about the first live broadcast.